HawaDayofSeltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. The peach, the lemon lime, the strawberry shortcake, and the blue raspberry. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten if you give a shit about that. We are live in over 100 stores in Tennessee. More just opened up. Go to HawaDayofSeltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, get it, James? Get it.
Yeah.
Let me watch you dance. Dance for me. Yeah. Damn it, James. We're back.
We're back.
Back, baby.
We're back on a Tuesday.
Yeah, isn't that nice? Oh, that's
Our first
nice.
Tuesday back?
I believe so, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel?
I love a Tuesday.
I call it Little Monday. You know?
Yeah,
Little
exactly.
Monday. 'Cause
They
it's
call
still
it-
worthless.
Yeah.
Still worthless today.
Second
You're like,
Monday. Yeah.
What is Tuesday?
Your second
Well,
Monday.
It's your second Monday because it's worthless. Wednesday, at least there's some hope. There's something on the horizon, you know, where you're like, oh, there you are.
Right.
See you in the distance. Do you need help? I can see you.
Right.
I can see you.
A case of the Tuesdays.
Yeah, in case of the Tuesdays. You look great, though, today, James.
Oh, thank you.
You look swell.
Thank you.
You look swell, dingit.
Thank-
Dingit. It's a weird time of year right now. We're in
Sure. Purgatory.
Jan 10.
Purgatory.
Well, here's the thing. We're all back, right? So everybody's back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's had at least like a week back, and they're kind of settling in. And you look at the old calendar, and you're like, son of a bitch. Is it only January 10th?
Yeah, I know.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Kind of just waiting. Once we can get on the other side of the Super Bowl, things feel a little better for MLK Day. Things feel a little better for me.
Yeah.
You know, I like to get a nice Q in.
Yeah.
I like to get a nice little QAnon shaman in out on the grill
Sure.
and get some wings going. Really
Mm-hmm.
rage.
Do you get the wings going?
Sure do.
Oh.
Sure do. I get them going right through the cash register.
Yeah.
And then
you
swipe
get
it
them going right into my hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where you make
Oh,
them
okay.
for me.
Oh,
And
okay.
I have a little kickback on the old couch.
Yes.
And enjoy myself. But Jan 10, you're just kind of like, all right. Slog, you know?
Right.
Still getting used to that date, 2023.
I know.
Saw that last night after the national championship game was over. They were like, oh, the T-shirts came immediately in my feed of like, oh, hey, buy it now, you know? And I was like, shit, it says 2023 on it.
Yeah.
You don't say. It's the first thing I've seen this year with 2023 on it. And I was like, I was not prepared for that.
I know.
But
Doesn't seem right. Yeah.
on the flip side of this, people are getting ready for the Super Bowl, James, and yourself included.
I know.
We're going. We're all going here.
We are.
As a company, except for Bob, obviously. He's having a child.
Yeah.
Bob
Bob's
misses
on
out
call.
on the best events.
Bob's on call.
What was the other event you missed out on, Bob? It was something big.
Literally
Boxing.
everything.
Yeah.
No, it was Canelo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We had a suite with
Literally everything.
Michael Irvin and Chuck Liddell, and you couldn't make that.
Yeah. Every time you guys buy a suite. Look, it's all karma because Missouri's going to make the Final Four in Houston, and I'm going to just ball the fuck out.
And
But it's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
Oh,
but it is in Houston, and I believe, because I think they said it before the game last night, is the national championship also in Houston next year? I think it is.
Should be, yeah.
Houston's on that rotating list. You know?
Oh, God, why? Why is it?
It sucks as a city, but for
know.
some reason people like doing it there.
It's
I don't get
warm
it.
weather, I guess.
But it's a dome.
It's a dome, sure, but it's Houston. You've been to Houston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a fucking
No.
dumb.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm not a fan.
well,
Say you were dumb because you haven't been to Houston.
Look, I mean, it's fine.
It's weird. There's a lot of people out there listening right now who have not been to Houston. You called them dumb.
If they live in Austin, I'm sure they've popped over to
I don't
Houston.
know. Do you
no?
want to? Do you really want to?
That's where stuff is.
First time I had to go there for work, it was that Bobby Knight interview. was in Houston. And I got a call. I was the first, like I'd put in a request with the agent. I don't hear anything for 6 months. And then I get a call. What was it, the night before? I think it was your birthday, right?
Probably.
Yeah. And they were like, hey, he's going to be in Houston tomorrow. It's the only day he'll do it. And I was like, oh, all right. So I hopped on a flight to Houston. And I was like, what am I getting into here in Houston? Whole lot of nothing. I was at a full-on Mexican caballero bar.
Right.
Real cowboys. I was the only person not dressed up like a Mexican cowboy. I was also the only non-Mexican in there, which was fun.
That is fun.
One would think, though, being the only white in there, that the food would have been legit, Mexican-wise.
Yeah.
Dog shit. Margaritas were dog shit. And I was not stoked about it. Also realized pretty quickly that I needed to get the fuck right out of there. And things were probably going to get dicey at the end of the night.
Sure.
It looked nice from the outside, and I think that's what Houston is. You drive through it, and there's some places that look nice from the outside. And once you get out of your vehicle, there's a good chance you might get murdered.
Well, there's no zoning laws, right?
I don't know what it is.
No,
about
no.
that place.
So you can have like a really nice like mansion next to a trap house. Like there's literally no zoning.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Because everywhere we went, it was like it looked. You were like, oh, is that a nice place? And then you open the door, and you're like, oh fuck, this is not a nice place. I'm gonna die here in Houston today.
Right.
And obviously, I was staying out in front of NASA, and I FaceTimed you. Do you remember that?
From out in front of NASA?
Yeah, because I was staying right across the street at the hotel across the street from the Rockets.
Okay.
And I said, you go, where are you FaceTiming me from? And I said, Houston. I was like, do we have a problem? And you weren't amused by that. And I thought it was great.
Yeah.
But all the rockets and all this stuff are still red glare there. And you could really see them. The bombs bursting in air over there in Houston. And you're welcome for that, Giorgio. But
click me up, bro.
Yeah, click her up, dude.
Or down.
Click her up or down. Who cares? But when I was there, I was like, I don't care to ever go back to Houston again. And then one of my worst memories ever was in Houston.
What was that?
That was the Super Bowl. The Falcons one that they lost to Patriots 28-3. Well, the reason I bring it up is I just saw the goddamn trailer last night, and that movie's going to come out in 3 weeks. They're going to put it out the week before the Super Bowl. 80 for Brady. Just a bunch of 80-year-old broads going to see Tom Brady win that Super Bowl against the Falcons 28-3. How
fun is that going to be, right?
Yep.
What a cute film.
Man.
You know, what a feel good.
They showed a little preview last night on Entertainment Tonight. Oh, and while they did, Gronkowski's in the locker room cheesing it up with Jane Fonda, and she's like, oh. They bump into each other in the locker room.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she's like, oh. And then Gronk says something goofy. And then they're going to have this whole thing. And then Brady comes in the locker room and says, happy birthday to the ladies.
Yeah. How sweet.
Yeah. Based on a true story.
It could just turn it all around. It could turn it into a fun memory for you.
Sure can't.
Go and see it.
But the odd thing is, to me, last night, and I told you this after it was over, because usually you have the rating on the trailer. It's the 10th. It's Jan 10. Movie comes out Feb 6.
Sure.
1 month after J 6.
Right.
And they have no rating on it. I was like, is this going to be an R? Are we going to do an R for the old broads and Brady? Can't do that, right?
Oh, maybe.
I think you need to there's got to be a risque shower scene or like celebratory scene.
They do get hot and bothered. I think they read the Gronk book. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Lily Tomlin's in it.
I heard they drill a peephole. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They're real old, these ladies.
Well, it's 80 for Brady.
I get it. Yeah. I'm just saying.
They're all 80.
Wow.
They're all 80.
We may be at the end of the road.
If they turn it, or if they flip it, right, and all of a sudden they start having graphic sex with Tom Brady, then I'm in.
Sure.
Like, I think that would be a fun surprise.
Brady just smashing hips.
I mean, just crushing pelvises.
Yeah.
Right in the locker room.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, was it your dream to come see me win a Super Bowl?
They got to drag themselves out with their arms.
Yeah.
Their sand just fucking trailing out of them, of their crushed pelvis bones.
Did you guys see the latest pictures of him and his teenage son? You see those?
No, were they kissing?
Yeah, the open mouth kissing again.
And like sitting.
Stop it.
Teenage. Yeah.
Shut up.
So the most recent one, Bob, if you can find it, but it's like
Yeah.
he had like a day with his son or whatever. His teenage son is sitting on his lap. He's kissing his neck.
That's not real. Is that real? Put it on screen.
No.
Whoa,
It's
that's a young.
Rob.
That's a young kid.
it's the
That's a
most
young kid.
recent one, and
His teenage son. He's kissing.
teenage sitting on his lap. They have their legs.
Is there a pic of this?
There's a lot of people
There you
making
go.
fun of it.
It's right there. And like his legs in between like that.
Okay.
So, anyways, you know what I mean?
Ross.
I have
how
a
you feel?
son.
Yeah.
So that kid looks like he's about to. He's shaving. He's currently shaving.
I think we can, get an age, a real age, and he is teenaged, I think.
Why is
took
no
the picture?
jumper reporting on this?
Well, who got the picture?
I think he put it out. Love this
Oh, he
boy.
did.
He put it on the
he did.
Instagram. Day with my boy.
Well,
you know?
that's probably to get back at the jujitsu instructor.
I don't know if
'cause
that's the route.
he did have the day off, Jesse, because he made the playoffs again. So it turns out that relationship with Giselle was he made the right move.
That kiss on the neck from
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
makes me really, really uncomfortable.
Is it? It's because of how close it is to the ear.
It's a whole thing.
Like it
It's
needs
a
to be
whole
the back
thing.
of the neck, like lower
There's
towards
just
the
two.
shoulders.
There's two Brady's, right?
How old is this
there's
kid?
There's two Brady's.
How
There's
old is this kid?
Bob will
He's like
find
13.
it. 13.
He's 13. Yeah.
My kid.
So look-
I dropped my 8-year-old this off this morning, right? And I said, "Hey," right before he got out of the car, I said, "I love you, buddy." He was getting out of the back seat. "I love you, buddy." And he just goes, "Bye, Dad."
Yeah, I'm
And that's at 8.
I'm
at
definitely-
13, if I try to kiss him on his neck,
and have him sit on the lawn chair like that
On
with
your
his
lap.
legs in between your legs.
The leg picture makes me more uncomfortable.
More uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
More uncomfortable.
Because here's the thing.
yeah.
This could be you're taking a selfie, you're trying to kiss your son. It's weird, but at the same time, it could be you're juggling a lot.
Yeah.
You miss. You're trying to kiss him on the back of the head. Or something. I don't fucking know.
Sure.
There's some way for me to talk myself into this, right? There's nothing here. This is just erotic.
I'm wondering if this was because him and Giselle got divorced soups quick, right? Like quicker than I've ever seen any famous
In the history of
in the
man.
history of
Yep.
divorces. It's
Yep.
like we're getting a divorce, boom, signed, done. I don't know if something else is gonna come out, but there's two Brady's. I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's anything weird. I just think it's a little bit like there's at-home Brady
Sure.
that I think is like this and very weird and almost like feminine. And then there's Brady that like guys love and he's hardcore and da-da-da. Like I just think the at-home Brady is like not sweet. Like you guys would not want to hang out with
I have
him.
a different opinion on this all the way around. It's completely different. I think that he's
Great.
never spent any time with his children whatsoever, and he genuinely doesn't know how to act. And these
Okay.
look like photos of somebody who's trying to prove their love for their kids, but the kids have outgrown what stage you do this at.
Okay.
Yeah, my current child sits in my lap like this, right?
For
does.
sure.
You
You know what I mean?
Yep.
My
Yeah.
1-year-old
Yeah.
does.
But you know what? This
My
is
8-year-old
not.
does
But
not.
this is not the first time. Like he is. I mean, when he calls the kid back over to the massage table and has him kiss him better on the lips, and
Yeah.
kissing who else? Grown men. He
I
kisses.
do that to you. Yeah, but I mean, look, and that's who he is. That's how he shows affection.
I know, but I think there's just like again. I think there's two Brady's. I want to see the movie called Two Brady's, not 80 for Brady.
I agree. I agree with you, and I think once there's no longer football to keep him busy, and he just has time to chat.
Yeah, he's
public,
gonna be.
People are gonna be tired of him real fast.
Yeah.
Well, I think you got to keep him as an analyst, right? Just keep him in the booth. That way there's a live game going so he can't get too into his head about
Yeah.
writing segments for himself or doing pieces and shit like that. But this to me is, oh, fuck, I don't know what to do. I'm a father now, and that's what I should have been doing with my 5-year-olds, and now they're 13 years old.
That's a good theory.
Now they're 13.
That's
because
the
his
theory-
new girlfriend is what, in her 20s?
Looks that way, yeah.
Yeah, appears to be that way. And I know that's going to be hard for a lot of people to accept out there. That's seven-time champion Tom Brady, Super Bowl champion, is a 20-year-old girlfriend now, and that's tough. So that's probably shocking to a lot of you. Is she a model too?
No, she looks like it.
I mean, I would have just been
shocking, isn't it? All of it's shocking. All of it's shocking. But now he's got to figure out the kid sitch, and that's going to be rough for a few years. Because how old? What's the youngest one at? What's he coming in at?
I want to say that.
That is his youngest?
I thought it was.
So Benjamin is his youngest, I think.
How old is he?
Either Ben or Vivian. I'm trying to fucking see.
Named after Affleck?
Because I thought the 13-year-old was the youngest.
Did he name his kid after Affleck? I mean, that's some Boston shit right there. You know?
I know, right? This is, 15 years old is the oldest.
Okay.
And then...
I think 13, I guess, probably would be the middle, right?
Well, look, it would make sense. He's been playing
10.
football for fucking 20...
Oh, there's a 10?
yeah.
Well, he's been playing football for 23 years at this point. I mean, Jesus Christ. No
if
signs
that was
of slowing
his
down.
10-year-old, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's 15, 13, and 10.
So if that's the 10-year-old, even then, man.
It's not the 10-year-old, though.
Not the
It's not
10-year-old.
the 10-year-old. That's the thing.
If it was, you go, okay.
The 10-year-old's the daughter.
Even 10.
Yeah, I couldn't even get the I love you. I couldn't even get
That
the
would
I
be
love you out
worse.
of my 8-year-old, let alone this today.
Yeah.
And you know what I did? Because the 4-year-old was in the back seat because I was about to drop him off afterwards.
Right.
I rolled down the back window and I go, Jagger, tell Jax you love him out the window. Because that way, it's not me anymore and it was him. And he still didn't give the I love you back to his little brother.
It's not cool. There's a phase where it's not cool.
Oh,
No, I
not
know. And,
cool
and
at
the reason why
all.
I'm telling you this story is because he's 8.
He's 8.
He is.
And he's already
there.
like...
Not 13 having kisses on the Instagram, you know? Just kisses on the back of the neck with dad on the Instagram.
What if the kid hates it?
Jesse hates it, you know? Like,
Of what?
just even if you're about to go to sleep and I lean over to kiss you, you're like, I'm into the podcast.
Oh,
I'm checked in.
stop it.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop
Let alone
it.
a
She's
13-year-old boy.
Ross,
Stop it.
she's
Now you're
committed to the
trying
game.
to like...
She is. She's got a Crime Corner show she's filming tomorrow. We're going to drop that on the feed, by the way. That's going to be on our PR. The people loved it over the break.
Yeah.
And so it'll come out.
It will drop on Fridays on Patreon, and then a week later,
Yeah.
the audio will go on.
But
a
watch the video.
feed.
What you guys do with the video is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and you get it earlier. Like,
Yeah.
I
great.
want Patreon people to feel like they're, part
Yeah.
of the exclusive
Yeah,
club,
yeah,
which
yeah.
they are. And so we'll see maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, but yeah.
Yeah, but we'll be there. Want to talk about this minimum wage here. I still belong to the groups like cities I've lived in on Facebook.
Okay.
And things will pop up. I don't get out of there because it's hilarious. Somebody will set somebody off in one of these cities about something.
Okay.
And I find it endlessly hilarious. It's usually a restaurant where people will be like, I ate at that new faux place and it sucks. I got diarrhea and shit all over the walls and backs of my calves. And you're just like, that is way too much info
Right.
for to share with a whole city.
A whole city, yeah.
But I love that. And it always gets me. So in all the cities I've lived in, I belong to the city.
Okay.
And last night's that made me guffaw was the minimum wage. There was a posting in Wilmington, North Carolina. Still belong to the city, you know.
Sure.
Still belong to the streets.
Yeah, you out here?
I'm living in a river of darkness
Okay.
beneath the neon. So I'm in there, and it's minimum wage. And it's apparently they're opening a Skechers in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Okay.
Should be a big deal, right?
God,
Be
why?
a real big deal.
Brick and mortar Skechers?
Brick and mortar Skechers, and
Okay.
they were looking for help, just looking for new employees, new store opening. Hey guys, bright and cheery, fun post, very light. It was a female, it was a woman. She was like, "Hey guys, I'm the branch manager at Skechers or whatever, and we're opening up a new store, looking to hire employees, starting salary." For the cashier and the retail people, the little slipper on the shoes people, $11.50. $11.50. Now, when I read it, I was like, that seems kind of low.
Yeah.
Seems kind of low, right?
Right.
And then in the comments section, it was rage against the machine from everybody who lived in the city who was just like, you think we can live off $11.50 and fuck this and fuck that and fuck the government and everything else? And I was like, and I thought, and hey, it's the first time that I sided with them. Eggs are $7.50.
Sure.
Okay. The government, even though the inflation's up, is still taking half your check in taxes. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to work a whole fucking hour to get a 12-pack of eggs.
Hot take, though. These jobs aren't made for adults. They're not made for people who are, like, feeding a family. Like, these jobs are made for, like, someone who is entering the workforce, who is 15 years old, who is working after school, someone who is, in retirement and needs extra cash or just wants a job to be social. There are other parts of the labor force that can fit these jobs. It doesn't have to be a single mother with 3 kids having to live off that wage.
Giorgio, allow me to retort. You ever go to a movie these days? Let's say you're a 16-year-old just trying to go to a movie. Do you know how much one fucking movie is these days? Even if it's a matinee in Wilmington, North Carolina. You know how much it is? Price of a ticket.
No.
$8.50. Just for a matinee in the middle of the afternoon, right? If you go at nights, yes, you're looking at $13.
Seems pretty reasonable.
Right. Seems reasonable, right? Yeah. You'd have to work at Skechers for 2 hours just to afford one ticket.
That's one after school shift of 2 hours gets you a ticket to the movies.
What are you eating there, Giorgio? What do you reckon that costs these days? My kids go. We love to go to the movies.
I thought I was a young cinephile.
No.
The slums of Wilmington, North Carolina, working at the Skechers.
16-year-old trying to get a little action. What you reckon a soda is these days?
Well, you're smuggling it in. You're not a sucker.
$8.
Yeah.
$8, correct.
No,
correct.
We're stopping by the gas station ahead of time, and we have a $10 budget for snacks because we have a big puffy Coke.
So Delco is correct. $8. So here's the new fun thing that movies are doing, and I understand it. There's no movies coming out. So the ones that are there just to keep the theaters open, they got to make as much money as they can. Here's the fun thing that movie theaters are doing, right? And this is just one example. You can go on a date somewhere else, right? Go to fucking Olive Garden. Still, you're looking at, $60, $80. I know you're not drinking at 16, but, you might sneak something later in the parking lot, and that's fine. But at the movie theaters, $8 drink, one size now. They make it one size, so you can't get another size now.
So I have the menu up for AMC.
Oh, great. Pop it up.
So,
Pop it up, not on your laptop.
Pop it up. On the screen
pop it.
Gonna pop it up on the
But
screen
it's all
tonight.
I want to say it's all relative. Like when I was working, minimum wage was 5 something, and movies were 5 something. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
What do you mean, Jesse?
Like minimum wage when I was working, minimum wage was 5 something.
Problem is,
if we're talking about movies,
but you're not thinking of everything else in your life. Gas is fucking.
I'm just saying, like, if you're going off the same measurement,
we are. But the problem is,
movies were $5 to $10.
We don't have the. We didn't have the
5.
inflation growing up.
Okay.
So now, inflation, everything it's the highest in 40 years. So what do you do? And that was the debate last night of like, hey, this isn't the same as when we were kids because we didn't have this inflation. So what do you do now if you're a kid? What's that AMC menu looking like over there, Bob?
Coca-Cola fountain sodas, $7 at the biggest, $6 to $7.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, here I'll go to popcorn first because that's what really matters.
They got nachos there?
Yeah, they're trying to up their game. They're
How
trying
much
to be
are the nachos? What do we got for the nachos?
Nachos.
Ooh, it's the mini ones.
So
too.
you got a flatbread pizza for $9.29. Some curly fries, $5.79. A Bavarian Legend pretzel, $15.39.
Oh, boy.
Whoa! That's a whole day of work.
Balth, I'm gonna need 2 more hours, Balth.
Movie nachos, $7.29. Yeah. Also, I'm totally on board with Jesse here. Minimum wage was $5.15 when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I fucking you work like 3 shifts a week, 4 to 5 hours after school or whatever. You have enough money for
and you make that check, whatever the check is every 2 weeks, is a certain amount of money.
Sure.
And you know.
Yeah. And you gamble it now.
Yeah.
And you say like, oh, we didn't have
bookie.
We didn't have inflation. Yeah.
Gas was a goddamn dollar back in the day. And that's the difference.
What happened to doing stuff that was free? When I was a kid, I was skateboarding outside the bank.
Right. I was drinking in the woods.
I was stealing stuff. You know,
Steel reserve in the woods. Like, why did we have to do that? Because we didn't have fucking money, dude.
Yeah,
like
but you had to buy the steel reserve.
You had to buy the steel reserve.
Yeah, but you have to go for steel reserve because it's what, $1 as opposed to going for like the Mickey's
But then you
or
got to
whatever.
pay off the bum or the uncle or whoever was trying to touch you. You're just like, hey, can I give you cash and then we can meet out back? Cool. Oops, you want to get the change out of my pocket? Sure don't. Gonna move along.
Yeah.
Gonna move it along.
It's like the old South Park bit where they're like, everything fun and costs at least $17.
Yes. Everything that is fun
Yeah.
in this life is at least $17 to start with. Right?
Bullshit. A 12-pack of Natty Light is $8.99.
Yep.
Well, look. Hey.
And that
was the metric.
expensive.
Hey. And I know we shit on people a lot. This is when we praise people, okay? So we praise a natural light. Congratulations.
Yes.
Even take that. What's a natty? 4%, I think?
4 and change.
Yeah, four and change, right?
See, that's where I hit the Milwaukee's best.
And so, by the way,
ice.
if you
For
double that
sure.
price, because that's where 8%, we come in around the same price, and it's Total Wines and all that shit for Hard AF Seltzer. We're just doubling the ABV.
Oh, well, actually,
saving you a trip.
You know, Natty might have you beat here.
What do we got?
Now, granted, they're from Anheuser-Busch, so they can sell whatever they want.
Sure.
I'm getting an 18-pack of Natty Ice here for $9.99.
Whoa. Where's that at? Click it on. That's fake.
Dude,
That's
killing
fake.
it, dude.
That's fake. That's not real.
Target.
Might be. Look.
Targets?
A 15-pack of Target. What are these?
What's a 15-pack?
Let's go. I've never heard of a 15-pack.
Woody's Liquor Revere Natty Ice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, you can get fucking lit up.
Man!
But that's still not the same as like our age. When we're in college, we'd go to Walgreens, get a 24-pack of Tall Boys of Big Flats for $7.99.
Yeah, we would do that with Ice House. Remember Ice Houses? If you got,
Oh, yeah, dude.
If you got the flat of them,
100%.
it was like super cheap.
Yeah.
Friends
and
would
these are people and
chip in.
businesses we should be praising, not pulling our pants down and shitting on.
Well,
but
you
if you
talk
told
about-
the average geek off the street, hey, we're having Natty Ice tonight, they'd be like, that's toilet water.
No, not at
it is.
not at a certain age or a certain like.
I had
you
one the
guys
other
all
day.
have minimum wage jobs, and you're just trying to fucking
You're that
get
16-year-old
loose.
kid.
I had one the other day.
Ross, stay with me. Stay with
Sure,
me. We're
sure,
in this.
sure.
You have worked all of August and September getting into party season because you're not really cool yet. You haven't really met people. You don't really know what your game is.
Yeah.
So you saved up $200 working those month and a half at that job.
Yep.
Okay, because you spent some money, some whatever. You saved $200. You get a fake ID with that money.
Sure.
That $200
Yep.
sunk cost fake ID.
Oh, this has happened to me, by the way. Go ahead.
$50 every week goes to you buying at least, what is this, 4 Natty Ice cases?
Yeah.
You know what kind of a party you can throw with that? The social
Yeah.
currency.
And
you
I
can
love
have
all of
Tipping
it.
with
homeboy, you
that.
could act like somebody's older brother. You're tipping him so he could actually buy the booze.
Love all of it. The problem is, so this exact thing, what you're describing, 100% real. The problem is, if one thing happens in your life, that's fucked, like a parking ticket, right? And especially at that age, it's like, ah, shit, dude, $40, whatever that is. I popped 2 tires once, and that was a fucking total blowout because it was not a sweet car. But popped 2 tires once, I was like, ah, shit, shit.
Plus
man.
you're paying
I don't
for
have
your
enough
own
money
insurance.
for this. Yes, dude. I don't have enough money for that shit. So what do you think the minimum wage should be? Because you shop every day at the grocery store. Mm-hmm. I mean, how fucking insane are prices? What do you think the actual minimum wage should be? Because clearly, I mean, the people, I stopped after like 200 people on the fucking thing. I was just like, holy shit.
I thought it was 15 that they were
That's what I
starting
thought. And that's what everybody else said too. But apparently that's not the case.
So I learned pretty quickly after working jobs like that you need to have tipping jobs. So then after that, I was.
But now we're in a tipping
bartender.
society where people are just turning around a thing where it's just like, what am I tipping you for? You
Now
did
I don't know
nothing.
what to tip.
Yes, and you did nothing for me today.
I hate that because it's
I'm just
so
saying, like
disrespectful to wait staff.
waitresses. I was, waitress, bartender,
Yeah.
all of that,
Yeah.
to where you can actually make a lot of money.
But you did a job that was worthy of a tip. Now we're in a world where you're spinning around the thing and it's like, well, would you like to leave a tip? And then they just stare at you, this blank stare at you as the fucking screen is right there. And you're like,
I went to a
I
golf
don't know.
course on Saturday and they turned it around. What am I tipping you for, man?
Yeah. No, it's crazy. It's like
Yes.
because it's like the system that they use. They'll be like, oh, like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, it's the square or whatever makes you. It's like, yeah, but now I feel weird.
Yeah.
Because now I'm having the conversation with you about like, what is this?
I got one breakfast taco this morning. It was $1.69. As soon as they spun it around, teep, and I was like, shit. I mean, luckily, 20% was only $1, but it was like I just doubled down for nothing. I mean, it's just sitting right there.
It's $2.
What do you think it should be? 15 sounds. 15 would be appropriate
for a lower level, like we're saying, jobs that you have in certain times in your life. Again, we can't have the conversation of, an entire family needing to be supported on a Skechers job. Like that conversation just can't really happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
but so for a certain time in your life, maybe if you have to pay rent, I mean, you're probably living with your parents. I don't know. Or you're like just wanting to get out of the house, right? Well, he was saying retired, wife that wants or whatever. Yeah.
But if you pay him a little more, like we see the difference at Chick-fil-A. You go to Chick-fil-A.
For sure.
Happy as fuck, pleasant, every single person, whether they hate my guts and call me, like weird shit when I drive away is another story. But while I'm in there, it's the happiest place on earth.
But that's why, the model is moving to either robots or
Chick-fil-A shouldn't exist either. That's like an outlier and it's cheating. And here's why. They have the perfect synergy and balance of technology, like youth exuberance, and then like Christian brainwashing. So like that's not
it's
like
insane.
a real business model. Like you
It's
can't
insane.
you're not gonna get all like you basically
what are
have
they
slave
paid?
labor.
Does anyone
Through
know?
Christ, anything
What
is
are they-
possible.
They
So
pay pretty well.
at the one that's by our house right outside the studio here, that one is $15 an hour.
Okay, and probably benefits.
Yeah,
hang on.
They do. Chipotle
And-
too has 17.
Yeah, I was going to say, and it said 50, and it was a sliding scale, 15 to 25, and I was like, with benefits, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
No wonder they're so goddamn happy over there. They're not going to be happy at Skechers when you come in, old Becky walking in at 280 saying, give me some shape ups.
It's not just minimum wage either. It's like entry level jobs, mid level jobs. The salaries aren't going up, and everything else is going up. So it's like when our grandparents and our parents are bitching that we don't like buy houses and stuff, and it's just like, man, we can't afford it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, you could buy a house for like $5 a week.
And then speaking of which, to where this is all going, right? So if this generation is stuck, right, at this kind of level, and then you're inching your way up, and like Delco says, you're not buying anything. I got a fucking call last night about the house we're trying to sell, and they're like, hey, there's companies that are just coming in buying up like 8 to 12 houses in a neighborhood and then just renting them because the rent is so fucking high, but it's only in like certain cities. So like Austin, down in Kyle, I can tell this story now because I don't give a fuck. But down in Kyle, which we love, Kyle's nice.
Yeah.
It's right down by Buda. We could have taken it 35 right downtown to the old studio. And,
Yeah, we were thinking about it. Yeah.
Thinking of living there. It's nice. School system's great. It's beautiful there. All the things are new and Buda as well. So there was a neighborhood where last night they were repairing, and the guy was like, yeah, man, I was in charge of doing all the houses, new builds. And he goes, now most houses were between $400,000 and $500,000 in that neighborhood. And that was about right for Kyle, because it's not like a Dripping Springs yet. It will be in 5-10 years. Give it some time, but they're on their way, right? And I go, how much was the gig? And he told me, and I was like, oh shit, that's great. And he goes, the ink had barely dried on the check before somebody came in and bought out the neighborhood. I was like, what do you mean bought out the neighborhood? And they were like, dude, 24 houses. And I was like, how many houses are in the neighborhood? They're like 40. And I go, you know how they got out the rest of the people? They ticked away at all the HOA. They anointed themselves board members on the HOA, forced everybody else into selling. Now they own the whole neighborhood. So the entire neighborhood, which is all single-family houses, is for fucking rent. And I mean, that's all they want to do is keep it for the next 20 years and collect that rent money because it's going to go higher and higher and higher. So if you don't do something about the minimum wage here and what's happening, nobody's going to really own shit. Like the next generation is just kind of fucked.
It's all these boomers. They're doing it.
Yes.
With their old money.
Yep.
Yeah. With their social
Sure are.
security checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the other one too that he said was there was a company from China. 'Cause they don't have a lot of places to invest over there. So
What happened to people not selling? What happened to people like, I have roots in this community.
So
this
the
is where
ones
my family's from.
But take that
this
neighborhood.
Is our land.
Yeah, but take that neighborhood. The ones who sold out of there were forced out by a loophole in the HOA, and they made it impossible for everybody else to live. Now, the other people just want the money. Because you come in with a bunch of acres near a highway or something like that.
Yeah.
Bro, nobody's turning that money down.
No.
Nobody. There and beaches. Nobody's turning that money down. People come in with that huge check. They're like, oh, I've owned this land for 40 years. How much? Oh, I could retire and cruise every day. What
With a
cruise
servant.
would you like to go on? Yeah, exactly. They could get a Giorgio. That old lady could get a Giorgio and then just cruise all over the world.
I don't know if highway money gets you.
Royal
there.
Caribbean. You'd be on the high seas every day, Giorgio. You know?
I'm looking for like a DuPont, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as they hand her that check to that old lady, it's the most money she's ever seen in her entire life. She just turns around and just says, "Kiss my pussy."
If she's got
Out of here.
If she's got, we're
Sorry.
on YouTube, Ross.
Oh, we are?
We are.
Didn't know.
Her cat, I will give her cat lots of snuggles and kisses. He's a wonderful.
Somehow
feline,
that's worse.
And
Do you know what I mean? Somehow
Couldn't you
that's
see
worse.
Giorgio cruising though? Some last night, because it was brought up in another city group. They were like, man, looking for a fun place to take the kids, not looking to spend a ton of money. Bunch of people say, go cruising. It's
exactly
super cheap now.
It's cheaper than like renting in some cities and things, especially if it's all inclusive. Here's what I would want to do. I would want to go me versus Jared, kind of like Survivor.
Yeah.
Who could stay on a cruise longer?
Oh, boy. My money's on you, and I'll tell you why. I could see you getting up, doing the yoga, like oiled up on the deck, like doing your stretches.
He'll get into like a
you do it here.
cruise routine.
Imagine on the bow of a ship, just doing downward dogging it, dude, getting all your stuff in.
Yeah, I've got a good relationship with one of the crew girls.
Yep.
But then I'm also like just like but we have a thing where we all kind of rotate through the new
You'd
guests.
become like
Yeah.
a photographer for their like parties. and
all of it,
I
dude.
don't even know if I would take photos. I think I
Teach
would
a
be
little
yoga- I'd be yo-
jujitsu,
I'd be
dude, in the
yoga
morning,
guy.
dude, on the yoga or jujitsu, a little light roll.
So you're saying he would
Some
get
of
a
the
job
cruisers.
on the cruise?
Well, not that, but it's like, hey,
No,
you
I'd just
know?
be the guy. You know?
Yeah, just the guy.
be around.
Hey, there's Giorgio. You were on the last 18 cruises.
It's like still not leaving.
Yeah, you want to roll? Have you met Sam? Sam wants to roll. He's 42. He wants to roll. Do you want to roll? We'll set up some mats. Like that's
Sam's a retired veteran who saw me on the podcast. Thought he'd join me, and he's been on the last 6.
why not? Let's roll for a little bit, brother.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
Cruising, man.
Just
Everybody's looking
cruising,
for
dude.
cheap vacays, fun stuff that they
If
can
you
do.
don't know what to do with your life, just start going on full luxury cruises.
Yeah. What are you going through there, Bob? You trying to find the neighborhood in Kyle?
No, I was looking at the old decrepit houses on the side of 290 in Trip.
What they're going for?
How much
what
are they
they're
going for?
I mean, this one that I drive by every day is 949, but I'm not even getting a measurable on that.
No need.
Yeah,
No
so
need.
I was walking through my neighborhood as I do with my dog,
Sure.
where I live, my apartment complex.
Still have 4 legs?
He does still have 4 legs. Yeah, it's really nice. We're over in Oak Hill. It's a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
But 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You know what that's going for in that neighborhood?
How much?
$1.1 million.
Jesus.
Yeah. And so that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, I mean,
so
here's-
this chain last night, again, it was people chiming in
What
about
is
every
that? That's
segment of life.
nothing.
This is $850,000 for 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet in
You
Dripping
bet.
Springs.
You bet.
I mean, that is like Los Angeles prices at that point.
Yeah. Well, we're there.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin is definitely at LA prices.
Oh,
just
you
without
knew
the LA fun.
when I went to Hawaii, I was looking at prices, and I'm like, this is comparable.
Hawaii.
I could,
Yeah.
I get views though.
Yes, you do.
Drinking Bros Hawaii,
And
let's
you,
do it.
You used to get views in LA before what happened over the weekend.
Right.
Hold on, real talk, Ross. What does the Patreon have to get to for me and Dan to do 6 months in Hawaii, just doing Drinking Bros Hawaii edition?
Hawaii edition.
Yeah, like we had double it,
The
triple it.
Island Boys.
Yeah.
With
Who's-
a Z.
Who's running the boards here?
We train someone new. We're okay at that point. Just like we got double
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because we got to push this. We need a new goal, and the new goal
on
is Drinking
Patreon
Bros
for
Hawaii.
Yeah, Drinking Bros Hawaii. I would say, shit, you get it to 60. If you got it to 60K a month,
Okay.
you guys could go to Hawaii.
Okay.
Easy
we need
day.
every first responder ever to somehow
Easy
live
day.
vicariously through me and Dan.
Yeah.
As we go to Hawaii and lift and eat poke bowls and surf
'Cause
and dye our hair blonde again. And
Wait,
and
hang on. Go back to mine. Now, you might ask yourself, why would Ross do this? I think you could only last a year in Hawaii. Like, it'd be too nice. 1 year. Most of the people that went, friends of ours, who went and shot like Hawaii Five-0 and all that other stuff, I was like, dude, how is it? It must be amazing. It must be beautiful. And they were like, it is for the first year. And then after that, like, it's kind of rough. And I was like, no shit.
How is it rough?
So people complain about the same thing of like, well, Delco, you were there. So was Bob, obviously. Jesse's never been.
No, I've never spent time. I've never spent time.
Neither have I. You could live it through my eyes for the first time. That's why you want to send me.
I know.
And then Dan will be my shepherd guide.
I know
Would
what you're
that
saying,
be
though,
the
Ross, because
same?
my buddy's been there for 2.5 years, and he's already ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And so everybody who's there says the same thing usually. One, the islands aren't that big. So like once you do all the stuff and all the fun stuff, then you're like, all right, well, where else do I go? And then you start island hopping and everything else, but then you know those. And then you're like, all right, cool. And then some of them hates they only like the locals and all that other shit. And so you're kind of stuck in that world. And then God forbid you take up surfing, like, as a hobby.
Right.
They'll go ahead and cut your cord there, Point Break style, and then you're out of the water. But,
Howley. Yeah.
Yeah, but after that, it's kind of fun. The only person that we know who has made it a little longer, not forced to be there on a TV show or something like that, is the exact person you think it would be. Like it's super rich dudes, actors, and they don't need to be there, so they can kind of leave whenever they want still.
Sure.
And they own their own beach, where it's like, oh hey, anywhere you own your own beach, you're gonna be fine for a while.
Right.
Everyone there seems happy, though. I will say, like even the homeless people, like.
Weather's great.
Oh, for sure.
Weather's great. Meanwhile, we got mudslides in California. Everybody's losing their houses and all kinds of crazy shit. They had to evacuate. Guess where, Jabes? Where did they evacuate last night?
Montecito.
Sure did.
The Marks, the Meghan Marks, the Oprah, the Ellen.
Ellen's gone. She made a video. Mother Nature's angry.
Sure.
She should probably stay off camera for a while. Or just go ahead and put a hat on.
Yeah, gosh, that's a rough face. But Oprah sitting there in the rubble, looking around.
Did her house get fucked up?
No, I think she just went down to the
Took
down
a nice
the hill
selfie,
or something. I don't know. It was
Nice
not her
selfie
house.
down there. But yeah, Sandy. I mean, it's going, by the way, all the way
Forced to
down the
evacuate.
coast, San Diego, all that stuff. Because I was watching I only watched the first half of last night's game because it was so awful. But there was one camera that constantly had rain on it, and I was like, man, I don't understand. This is a dome. Apparently, the storms were horrific last night, and so I went to Twitter. And I found people posting pictures in the streets of Melrose. Now you've been to Melrose a million times. The water was up fucking to the doors.
Oh no, it's crazy. So it's the equivalent of the freeze that happened here with like the snow and whatever. Like we are not out. Like Austin, for example, is just not ever prepared for that much snow for that long,
or any kind of temperature under 30.
Right.
Yeah.
And so in California, like they're just not prepared. Most of the houses, they build shit on the side of mountains because it's 70 every day. Nothing's really, do you know what I mean? So like it's insanity. And Montecito especially. Yeah. Where it's like all those things are coming down. Yeah. They're just like coming down the hill.
Yep.
No foundation. It's just not an area that's going to withstand that kind of fucking rain, dude.
What is it? I'm trying to figure out what it is.
What is it?
I don't think I lived there for, I don't know, fucking 16, 17 years or whatever. Like, I don't remember any rains like that caused this, though. Like
Exactly.
So what is it? What are they saying it is?
It's just cyclical.
It's a bomb cyclone, I believe.
Yeah.
Bomb cyclone? That sounds fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just literally like.
Cyclone.
Here's a car just floating down the LA River.
Look at that. Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude.
Look at the LA River. Usually that has no water in it, by the way. Fuck.
Yeah.
Usually full of people shredding.
I know.
Exactly.
Drag
Look
racing.
at that.
Drag
Why was
racing,
the
shredding.
trunk open? Oh, they had to steal shit first. And they were like, yo, no, we can just dump it in the river. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So,
That's LA.
It's the Great Reset.
Yeah, Earth is trying to heal, Ross.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the
Trying to
Great
wash
Reset
itself.
in LA. They're just washing all of the shit away.
Yeah, meanwhile, in Texas, it's the opposite problem. They're not ready for any, if you go 1 degree cooler than 30,
was meeting with a plumber this morning at the other place where the pipes burst yet again. And he goes, shit, you want to take care of the rest of those? I go, that'd be great. That's what I asked the insurance company last time. And they were like, no, we'd rather just pay a bunch of money for this. And I was like, okay, cool. He goes, I can do that. And he goes, oh, shouldn't be here. And I was like, no, I shouldn't be anywhere in Texas.
Not expanding copper pipes in a not temperature controlled garage.
So when you
with a water heater.
But here's the thing: when you heard last year during the freeze and the snowstorm and all that shit, they were like, I think it was 72% of houses had burst pipes in Texas or something like that. That's why, because they were dumb and
no, they just weren't prepared. Like you moved to a certain place. Like I'm sure Hawaii doesn't have expanding pipes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like.
You know what's weird? It's cheaper to put the plastic shit in than it is copper. Like the copper we can sell. Giorgio, I'm going to give you that copper when the guy's finished so we can strip it and sell it, okay?
Yeah, you probably get around $400 for it.
You think so?
For that amount?
I got a guy.
Great.
I used to do it with my dad.
You got a copper guy?
I got a guy.
No, you just take it.
James, you got a copper guy? Were you stripping copper in high school?
No, my dad
copper?
was a plumber, so he would have a bunch of copper, and you could take it to this place, almost like a recycling.
Ooh.
They weigh it, and they pay you for it.
Little copper salesman over here.
And then they write a little something on a little square ticket that's like
Sure,
yellow, pink, and white all the same. Yep.
Yeah, it's like the dump, recycle, copper. It's like all in this like, trash
Sanitation area.
compound.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Look at you. Little copper salesman.
You're driving up, someone approaches your window, knocks on it, you got to roll it down, they check you in.
Yeah.
That's what was happening in Detroit, right? In that area.
Everybody's
where
stripping.
It's like they would put in
stripping it all.
Put in something and they
right
would
out of the houses.
grab it. And so there's places like that. You just drive up in your truck.
Maybe you are Mexican.
Jesse, this is starting to sound like
this is why I'm like,
yeah, starting to sound like
I never thought anything different, right?
Sure. Hey, we're
I'm
gonna.
like,
are
I'm
we gonna tell the
Mexican. My
audience?
grandma speaks Spanish. She has an accent. I mean, I thought for sure.
Are we telling the audience what we're gonna do? We're gonna do it after all these years, you and I.
Oh, the ancestry, ancestry,
Yeah. We watched this show about on PBS over break about the roots and
back to your roots.
Who was it? Who was on there?
You know who it was.
I sure don't.
You do. It's your girlfriend.
Which one? Who is it?
Julia Roberts, your girlfriend.
Oh,
and
Julia
Edward
Roberts.
Norton.
Yeah. Even Edward Norton at the end was just like, because they find out they're related at the end of the show, right? It's distant cousins. And even he was just like, shit, Julia Roberts. He goes, shit, I wish I would have gotten her beautiful smile.
Yeah, with the smile in the teeth. Where did
That's what he said, the smile in the teeth. Yeah. J rules.
Right.
You know? So we're going to do it, and then we're going to find out who we came from and all that shit, go by names. Because after the Edward Norton one, I was like, all right, cool. It was Pocahontas for him. We already know mine. I want to hear if you have any winners in your side of the family, or if you're just all losers. Because that's kind of my takeaway from that show too. Julia Roberts, you could tell there was a certain moment she was like, oh my God, they were that poor, huh?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that must have been a real hard life.
Oh no, my mom's dad's side is like all
winners,
lawyers,
rich.
Judges, owned towns.
Let's find out.
Just saying.
Let's find out, Jabes.
Although, can I believe my mom?
No, you can't. And that's why we need to.
No, she did that with that side. So she's women and people of a certain age get real deep into their roots, and I just
okay.
They love the ancestry.
I think I'm gonna have to send in one of your molars. Can I send in a molar, a tooth? I want to get real deep in there.
No, it's just a swab.
No. I want to send in a tooth. I want to find out that this is all real. I don't really trust your spit sometimes,
Sure.
So let me take out a molar, and I'll buy you a new one. I'll buy you a new molar for your birthday. Your birthday's right around the corner. I'll get you a nice little molar.
Yeah.
I just want to get real deep, and back into the roots, just like the show says. Let's get into the roots. I'll turn in a tooth. And then it's like,
Can I tell you something? I was so bored. Every turn of the page, ooh, they came up. Oh, like I would have to, if I was doing this show, I would have to fake being excited about learning this stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like, like you go back far enough, you're going to be related to somebody.
You hope. Right? But Julia Roberts, It's a no-go for her. It was a bunch of poor people.
Right, but like...
A bunch of poor, non-famous people, and I don't want that, okay? Now, I'm holding up my side of the bargain here with my family. Yeah. We'll see about yours, okay? I need to know.
With your side of the family?
Oh, yeah, dude. We got a big one on ours. Betsy Ross, dude. We got Betsy. We got B. Ross on my side. Let's go, fam. We got Betsy Ross, dude.
Again,
I've been to her house. No, it's fucking dope, dude. I ate a nice Philly cheesesteak next door. I like what Philadelphia does. They really lean into it. They were like, hey, it's the... I mean, they had a little guy playing a pan flute or a pipe or a flautist out there. And then you go in. It's a tiny house that Betsy Ross lives in.
It's tiny, yeah.
And but right next door, I took Dan Holloway. What the fuck is this shit? I was like, this is America.
Serious.
This is liberty. This is everything that you've lived for your whole life, and now we're seeing it. And
this is where it started.
Yeah. And they show you the room where she was sewing the flag in and all that stuff, and it was fun. Now, right next door, there was a bar, pizza place with.
I'll be in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
With the some of the best cheesesteaks I ever had in my life, but they lean into it, and I like that. I just want to see who's on your side of the family. You know, if you have anybody cool, anybody sexy, because Julia Roberts, it was no one but a bunch of poor people in Sweden mowing like farmers.
I do. I have cool people.
All right.
Yeah.
So we should do a whole show about it, I think, and then really drop the hammer here and find out where we came from and start reading it off. But yeah, if they took you on that show, you'd be out of there in 5 minutes.
Ooh, turning the page. Oh, now read right there at the end of the list.
That's what they do on this PBS show. Yeah.
Of the people that got on this boat.
Yeah. William Jameson Hanley the Ninth. Does that ring a bell?
Ooh, wow.
And then you see the celebrities. No. Maybe my aunt had said.
Gosh,
no.
I can't believe
they weren't in America yet. Oh, okay, cool. So you know nothing. I
can't believe that my ancestors were white Europeans that got on a boat and came here. Gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was shitty.
I know.
You know?
I know.
No, James, they walked. They migrated like the proud people they are.
They might have.
I believe.
Right.
They might have. We'll see.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying Bob
No, they
Ross.
did.
No, Bob Ross is not in my family. All right. That one, I would fucking jam down your dick holes every single show. If that was true. Bob Ross? Come on, dude. That'd be a sweet one. Be a sweet one, damn it. Or Affleck. Fucking big guy over here, dude. He popped up in my feed this morning. He's doing a Super Bowl commercial for Dunkin' Donuts. Let's go, dude.
Okay.
Where he's doing the drive-through.
This would be non-news for any other actor.
It is for an A-lister, though.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
who's the joke is, even in this fucking photo behind me, he's got a goddamn thing of Dunkin'. He's got a Dunkin' coffee in his hand.
It's not Starbucks?
No.
Is it a green straw?
No, he loves
So
a-
what
he
is
loves a Dunkin'.
what's
They're
the
not saying
premise? He's working
somebody
at
caught
Dunkin'.
it. Yeah, they caught it with a camera
Okay.
phone. Go to TMZ, Bob. There's a thing on TMZ today. They caught him at a TMZ. They took a couple photos of him leaning out the window, serving people here for the Super Bowl, and it's going to be fun. We need to get back to the fun Super Bowl commercials, you know?
Yeah.
So we're not having fun anymore. There it is. Pop it up on screen.
No, that's a good one.
Look at Affleck cheesing it up, dude. He's got the visor on. Let's go, baby.
He's free, I think.
Sure is.
Do you know what I mean? It's like he's.
Sure is.
I don't think J-Lo's there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Hey, Bob, I know this is going to be odd. Can you actually zoom into his nails there on his left hand?
Enhance.
Is that a Coke nail?
Well,
I'm sorry, you mean on, oh, yeah, okay.
On
yeah.
Affleck's hand.
I don't think
No.
I think
Does he
it's
have a-
Coke nails.
Is it a Coke nail on his fucking
No.
pinky?
He's just not cutting.
You're,
No,
you're
no.
projecting. That's dough.
No, it's
Okay.
like
Or
powder.
All right.
No, it's like he's pushing it down against
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and it's like the
all right.
white.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. Because if he's back on the drugs, then what would
Oh,
we have
he
done?
is.
You think so?
Yeah, they're prescribed though.
Yeah, you think it's what do you think it is? You think he's got the only prescription in America of what's the popper upper?
Yeah, he's
what's the
on
snorter?
Adderall,
Adderall,
pretty
that's it.
high dose of
dose.
Adderall,
Yeah.
and he probably did Ozempic.
Good for him. He looks
He
great.
did Ozempic.
He looks
is
great.
Very skinny.
He looks great.
Yes.
So yeah, he's a little out of it, in interviews these days. But whatever, man. A lot of people are.
He doesn't. Yeah.
Jay Simps.
Yeah.
She's out of it, dude.
Yeah.
Weighing in at about an even 96 pounds these days. Creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy.
That Ozempic shit. It's magic.
The other one there was a photo of was Cardi B, and who's she married to?
Offset.
Offset, yeah. So they're doing a fun, flirty Super Bowl commercial as well.
Okay.
You looking forward to Rihanna, by the way? I listened to the catalog. I got deep in it over the weekend, just to kind of get into the Super Bowl, kind of get us out of this Jan 10 vibe we're in, and it's deep, dude. You think Drake comes out? Drake is on some of those hits with her, dude.
Oh, he doesn't come out. I don't think.
No, this is it.
Yeah, that's like the one that got away.
No. But I thought they've patched things up, and everybody's patched things up, and everything's fine.
I don't know.
Because it's like, man, Ooh Nah Nah, What's My Name came on. I was like, oh shit, dude.
Right.
Back when Drake was great.
Yeah.
He could use it just as much as she could.
Does ASAP just come out?
Well, that's the thing. So I was thinking about that, and then I was going through the catalog, and I was like, well, shit. A lot of my favorite songs of hers have famous people that somebody could nix. Kanye's top of that list. He's definitely not going to be out for any of those songs.
Right.
Oh, no.
So you can take Run This Town, which I fucking love and is a monster hit. You can throw that in the garbage can.
Sure.
But does Jay-Z come out? Like, what's the overwhelming feeling here of like, do you make it all about you, or do you bring out all the fun people and just have a party with it? Because Jay-Z's on Umbrella. He's on Run This Town. You could just cut Kanye's verse at the end. You're good on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think she is mostly her, and then a couple like surprises.
Damn.
Okay.
We really missed out on DMX this year.
Oh, you think he would have?
Because he's a local, right? He's from Phoenix.
He is, but they're not doing that anymore, and it sucks. I don't like that. I don't like that they don't do it by the city. Who's the top Phoenix band besides DMX? RIP.
I'm looking at rappers right now.
Well,
nothing.
Look
really.
at any musical act. Let's determine who it should have been. Because when they did it in Atlanta, because that was the last one I was at. Was
all right, I got some big
Adam
ones.
Levine. Who do you got?
Stevie Nicks.
Oh shit!
Nice.
You go through that catalog with Fleetwood Mac. Well,
Ooh, Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
Here's
No.
one you could actually
The actual
see.
band Phoenix.
No.
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 They're
that's-
French.
No.
They're French.
Yeah.
Aren't they from Phoenix?
No, I think they're French dudes.
They ate French food in Phoenix.
Here's
lot
one
of
that I can
baguettes.
see showing up, to please everybody.
Who you got?
Dirks Bentley.
He's not famous enough.
Well, here's who it should have been. Chester from Lincoln Park.
Oh, is he from Phoenix? Yeah.
Yeah.
Lincoln Park would have done it for
That-
sure.
Yeah, I would have done it.
Yeah. Lincoln Park would have been famous enough for sure. You're kind of stuck then with that list. But the other part of this is Jay-Z is actually in charge, has been for like the last 3 or 4 years, of the musical acts for the Super Bowl. So I don't know if he comes out because he probably doesn't want to make it about himself. Although because he's probably good enough to have his own Super Bowl halftime show. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure in the next 5 years he'll be one of the guys, right?
Yeah.
Because he's in his 50s now. Like, you don't want to pop out when you're fucking 65. You got to knock this out, this bucket list item here in the next 5 years. Question is, does she come out with a new album too before it? And hopes are high. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because if you got the Super Bowl, you might as well use it.
So Rihanna, great,
Yeah.
talented, amazing,
Yes.
hits.
Yep.
I just don't ever feel like she wants to be anywhere. Do you know what I mean? So like this idea of like, when Lady Gaga did it, right?
Yeah.
You're like, she's just like so excited.
Yeah. She was excited.
J-Lo wants to be there. She thrives on the people just loving her, right?
Yep.
Rihanna, it feels a little bit like she is too good for me, hates me, doesn't want anyone there, right? So there's that vibe to it too, where I just go,
does give off that vibe.
you're doing Super Bowl, huh?
Yeah.
Are you sure? And she's like, well, I agreed to it. Do you know what I mean? And so as fun as it will be, in the back of my mind, I will be like, she hates me and she hates this. And I don't know if that's like the best vibe, right? For a
Super Bowl?
For halftime.
It depends, though. Like, if you can bring the thunder, Then you can bitch about it later. Like J-Lo bitched about it in that documentary later.
She only bitched. I mean, she bitched about
Chiquita.
You know, them wanting another woman on there. Like she couldn't fucking do it. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Well, she couldn't.
She couldn't.
She's not strong enough to do any of that.
Right, but she wanted to. That's the difference. Like she wanted to just be her, do all her hits, have people singing.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
That's not her. That's not her. Anyway,
was it you that told me the story about her trying to sing the Whitney Houston song?
there was a thing. I'm sure you guys saw it, and I don't know if it was fake or not, but there was a thing going around Twitter where someone's going to do a Whitney Houston tribute, and like her name had gotten like thrown into the, you know, the bucket, the list, whatever.
Yeah.
Someone had said that, and everyone was just like, huh, what? But I wouldn't put it past her being like, yeah.
Do you know the song it was?
It was I Will Always Love You
Yeah,
and
yeah.
one other one.
I Will Always Love You.
And
Let's
like
just-
Dancing with Myself. Something that was like, yeah, sure.
well,
dancing
let's
on
just
my
take
own.
the first one, not the other one, right?
Sure.
Just take the first one. Do you know how hard that is for like a really good singer? Let alone someone who sucks like J-Lo. Like, she can't hit any of those notes.
Right. And so then from that, it was like all like raw audio of J-Lo coming out from like when she's in the studio. So, you know, she got buried. I don't think that she is thinking of doing it. I think there was a moment that she
with
thought
J-Lo,
it might be possible.
Yeah, with J-Lo, it's a lot of this of like, I'm not hearing myself properly.
Oh, there's one. Maybe we'll play it on the Patreon, but there's one where it's just like she cannot, and she keeps like laughing, like, "Oh, sorry," and it's, I mean, a cat dying, and it's just like an easy line.
Sure. Sure.
But yeah, so
She needed Chiquita out there, so like I understand that move.
yes, 100%, and I think it ended up being okay, but
You're gonna be happy about this too, by the way.
What?
Speaking of music, I am not going to Coachella this year. I'm gonna sit this year out. Okay. Not going.
didn't know that was
Yeah, I go every year.
a possibility.
This year I'm
Going
gonna
to
sit
Bonnaroo
out.
instead.
Yeah. Well, I don't
You
know.
and Giorgio always.
I don't know that lineup yet.
threaten
I know it
to
got.
go.
I know it got dropped. Well, we've had COVID and some other things, and you know, LA has canceled everything. But this lineup is just. I just looked at the headliners for Coachella, and I was like, this is awful. Bad Bunny. Not my thing, but I understand why he's there. He
Sure.
is the biggest musician or pop star, whatever you want to call it, rapper. What is he? What would you call him exactly?
He's everything.
He's everything.
He is one. He is.
He's one little chalupa.
Do you want the lineup
Rolled up.
with the headliners for Bonnaroo that just dropped?
Hang on. So let me tell you
do.
these.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was a K-pop band. Giorgio knows the name of it.
Blackpink.
Yep.
Everyone knows Blackpink.
Let's fucking go, dude. You haven't heard Ice Cream Paint Job with Selena Gomez?
Oh God.
Yeah, it's terrible.
God.
It's all terrible. It's all terrible. Bad Bunny, and then who? Like the third one was even like, okay. It was Frank Ocean. Now Frank Ocean hasn't put out an album in 7 years.
I think he's played Coachella a couple times.
Yes, but he hasn't put out an album in 7 years. So that one's weird. He's going to be in a headliner. And like I like Frank Ocean, don't get me wrong. He's fine. But one guy with a piano with 120,000 people, that's a little much for Frank Ocean, I think. That's just my opinion. You need some bangers out there, right?
Right.
But that's where we're at in music these days. What did Bonnaroo drop today?
So Sunday night, Foo Fighters.
Yes. But you ever been to a Foo Fighters show?
Yes, we have.
It's a blast.
Yeah,
It's a
it's fun.
goddamn blast. Who else?
Is it a blast if you're 20?
Yeah, it is. Because, like, Bonnaroo
It's all
is all
hits.
about
20 right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
because Bonnaroo,
Okay, yeah.
even when I went to Bonnaroo, I was like 22, 23.
Yeah.
It was always just like, it was a great mix of artists because, like, yeah, I didn't necessarily go for Billy Joel, but I liked Billy Joel.
Weird,
Right, and
right?
like
yeah,
the
and it's
Foo
always somebody,
Fighters-
exactly. It's always somebody you didn't know,
the
and you're
Foo
like,
Fighters
all right.
would be like the classic rock stage.
I don't know. Billy Joel's a few steps ahead of Foo Fighters, but we don't need to get into the weeds on
Yeah,
that.
fair.
No, but
Fair.
but you're looking at 30 years of Foo Fighters now. I mean, it's a lot. You'd be shocked by their catalog. I'll put it to you that way.
Should we go day by day and pick them like a lineup to see, Dan?
Yeah, Saturday night is Odessa. I'm just going with the
Yeah, go with the headliners. Who's who-
Odessa. It's like a electronic kind of.
They're great.
They're
play
good.
these, like-
Everyone knows them.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar Friday.
All right.
I mean,
Zed's dead on Thursday.
Okay.
Zed's dead B2B Liquid Stranger. So basically, no adults are going to go on Thursday for the pre-day.
Right.
And that's when all of the kids get real weird. And I think they try to like tire them out for like a nice like jam bandy Friday.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Because you got
well, you got Kendrick Lamar on Friday.
Right.
So you got like Portugal the Man.
I'm picking a
Portugal
lineup
the Man?
for you. Portugal the Man.
Down.
And then right
Down.
before that, you'd probably see 3-6 Mafia.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
Or Fleet Foxes. You may do half and half on that.
Okay.
And then before that, you'll probably see the Midnight. I'm assuming because you're like, let's try something new. But like on your way of leaving that, you'll stop by and see DJ Diesel because you're like, I want to see Shaq DJ because for the lulz. So you stay there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be a funny. It's just for the comedy of it. And grab one pick where you're just like, you're not gonna believe this. Shaq
Oh shit!
is here.
Someone's like kind of stuffed down on Saturday. Cheryl Crow.
Oh fuck!
But she's way down the line.
We watched a doc on Cheryl Crow out of pure boredom.
Also,
and,
holy shit, Corn.
Corn? Yep.
Oh yeah. Well,
Salty Tucker, Big Wild. Like this day is really good.
They got Paramore playing on Sunday.
Jonathan Davis though has been active about Korn all of these years. That has never stopped. He's been active about wanting to record for anything. He's down for anything. He helped out with a movie of mine back in the
who's
day.
really low on the list on Saturday? Mr. Gravy.
Oh God,
Giorgio.
He's got 2 songs.
Giorgio.
Like, does he come out and play both?
I'm off the train now. Obviously.
I know you are.
He's somehow the lowest, like smallest font on the poster.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's a joke band. Like it's a joke human being. It's not a real thing, and he's got 2 songs. Did he break up with your lady? Are you guys okay to go?
She ghosted him
Oh, she did. Good.
at the VMAs.
Really?
Yeah, there's a post about it and apparently a podcast about it.
All right. Lisa Ann's back in Giorgio's life now.
Okay.
I like that.
Not necessarily.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna try.
I want your hopes up there because when your hopes are up, you're a happier person. So, yeah. All right. Good. Good. You were going through a down period there where she was with Young Gravy, and that kind of hurt the show for a little bit. So, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. Do we have a nature nook today? It would be great if we do.
I do.
Do you really?
Yeah, so I send Jessie nature nooks all the time, and she just ignores like most of them.
No, I don't.
Jesse's too busy doing.
I don't ignore them. I just like once it's the day, then I pick one of them.
All right, well let's hit the sound.
Yeah, let's hear the song. I love it.
So good.
It's my favorite song.
So
I need it.
good.
I need it. I was in the gym
So
this morning and I was
good.
like, fuck, is there going to be a nature nook today?
Really proud of us. Anyway.
You
Okay.
did that. You built that song, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, you did that.
In like
Proud of
an
you.
hour.
Yeah, proud of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, like really fast.
Like if Young Gravy played that song, people would go bug fuck, dude, at Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, just
For real.
sampled that.
Oh, dude. Let's go.
Okay, Bob.
What do we got, Bob? What do we got, Bobby?
You know, Bob, I will like to say that Nature Nook is a little bit of Bob's baby, not real baby. That's coming soon.
Sure.
but
No, I'm
you know,
about to be
he
in a hole.
came he
To a
came
theater
up
near you.
He came up with it. You know, it's the
Yeah.
name, everything. Nature Nook.
No, I came up with the name, but whatever.
So what do we got, Bob?
Yeah, what do we got?
It's bear related, like our theme song.
Perfect.
Grizzly bear crashes wedding by loudly killing baby moose.
Oh, God.
So,
Can you imagine?
Yeah, so these people were having their wedding on with a nice, view on the lake or whatever. They're getting married on the water, much like our softcore history co-host Jake, who got married like on the water. Like there could have been a fucking alligator pop up and murder.
Literally
something.
on the water. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wasn't there, so
Oh, you didn't get invited?
I didn't get invited.
No.
I understand that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I understand that.
So there is video.
Oh,
Whoa.
shit.
No free ads, so I'll
No
get through
free
this
ads.
real quick.
Sure.
No free ads, but
this
a
is
video
great.
of it? Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
so-
during the wedding?
I mean, they were filming, right? It's a wedding.
Why not?
It's a wedding,
Why
so
not?
the okay.
Oh,
This is
that's
happening during the
violence.
vows.
Yeah.
This is happening during the ceremony.
Oh. All right, let's see this.
Since I became a videographer, I've
God.
seen some pretty crazy things.
Bless.
Oh, I don't need your life story. No free ads. God damn it, dude. I don't need this guy's life story. Just show the fucking thing,
it's-
dude.
Rob didn't vet this.
God.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
So here's
Okay,
their
okay.
beautiful wedding.
All right. It is gorgeous.
So it is him that did it. Oh God.
Oh shit.
We're going to retire early, travel, build new dreams, and probably get a pond. You're the only one I've loved, that I love now, and I vow to love. My past, present.
So he's raising
This
his hand.
is good, Bob. This is good. Oh.
Oh boy. Now they're gonna stop the wedding here. Now they're gonna stop it.
She's like, what is that?
Oh, it's a moose being attacked by a bear.
He's worried about his job.
You
Listen
can hear
to it.
bones
Listen to
crunching.
it.
Where is she running to? You're stuck there, dummy.
Just making sure the train's okay.
Oh, okay. All right. I can respect that. I apologize to the white woman.
Not white.
Not white.
Whatever. I don't see colors.
So now they're just.
All right, let's pan to this. Oh, shit.
God.
It's the last moments of this moose's life there.
Joking me right now?
The leg's still moving. The leg's
damn it,
still
dude.
moving.
Shit.
Wow.
Fuck.
Fucking nature,
that,
dude.
What
Nature.
happens when
Yeah.
you decide to get married on a pretty lake?
Look at that.
Pretty
The moose is still moving around.
Yeah, it's not dead.
Shit. That's not dead.
Oh, Lord.
And that bear's taking its time. He doesn't give a shit about that wedding.
No, he does not.
He's just straddled.
You can see blood.
Oh, boy. Somebody said,
And-
Bob, is he okay?
And then
There was a Bob there.
and then by the way, just go back to the vows, I guess.
No, you
Like,
can't.
oh,
You got to wait for
oh.
this thing to end. I mean, this is
At
violence.
some point, you're just like, the bride's got to be like, just die.
I know.
Yeah, like
If she screams out, just die, that would be great right now. We've never seen this, by the way, either. Oh. So we're watching this live with you for the first time. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad
Yeah.
I
thing.
know. Wow.
See, like the bear's looking up. Bear's like a dog, right? It's like, how did I do good?
Yeah. I did it. I did
Did
it.
it. I'm so smart.
Oh Lord.
Now, do you take this woman to be
Yeah,
a
exactly.
lawful-
Okay, guys, I think
uh,
we can probably go back to the.
No. Oh, they're going to watch the whole thing.
Yeah. It looks
I
like
am
the moose is
blown
dead
away
now.
right now. That is insane.
Oh, boy.
But by the way,
that's
guys, like it's not that insane.
No,
Do you know what I mean? Like this is what it is.
you can't just go up to
That's
Montana or Wyoming.
You know what the insane thing? The bears are looking, going, it's insane that there's people right here where we kill our food daily.
It'd have been awesome if the wife just screamed out, "Fight back! Fight back!"
Oh,
Whang.
not dead. Not dead.
Oh, God,
No
guys,
way, still
going.
Still going.
My God.
Fuck. Son of a bitch, dude. I thought we were done for
Do we want to relocate
the
up?
day. Not even close.
Do we want to
bud.
relocate up the hill, he said.
I can literally bump the craziest.
Is he trying to play music to drown out the death? Oh,
No, I think he's
man.
ending it,
Oh,
But again, like, I guess it's crazy.
in life and in death,
It's not that crazy.
you know? Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Again, it's
No,
like, you know.
that's what happens right there. The crazy part is why you wanted to have a wedding right there.
Right.
James,
Do you know what I mean?
It's a beautiful scenery. It's the
Okay.
water brings
but by
in
the
life,
way,
and then
that's
life
the
taketh away.
essence. That's the essence of nature, Nook. Like, don't think that when you're in nature, nature shit isn't gonna happen. Do you know what I mean?
Nobody said nature shit wasn't going to happen.
I
I'm
think
just
they
saying,
thought
like,
so.
that's-
I think they thought that they were
Yeah.
in like
They're
Westworld.
like,
You know what I mean? Like,
isn't
Yeah.
this river? Oh, this is gorgeous. Let's just go right down to this little area.
Take a little dip.
yeah.
A little dip.
Yeah.
Down in the river.
A real videographer would have capped that bear and just they could have got back to what they were doing.
That guy.
Oh, you know what? Right.
A hipster. He's not.
Like,
not
I got
caring.
this. Don't worry, guys.
He's not carrying that guy.
You paid the right. You know, like.
Don't worry, I've got this, guys.
Yeah, that or like the wedding coordinator, whatever those things people are
yeah,
called.
the wedding planner.
Wedding planner comes out, gung, 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 I got you. Do you know what I mean?
She like
Jennifer
throws
Lopez.
ninja stars from like her clipboard
Yes.
that she has.
Yes. So that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one, Bob.
That was a good one, Bob.
Proud of you.
Dude, I can.
I don't remember that.
Let's
You
lead
sang
out
it
with that song, though. I want to hear that song one more time. Yeah, that's the end of Nature Knock.
The end of the show, or
Nope. Just the. I got to hear the song one more time. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was a bear, Jesse. All right. I don't make the rules. Jack the Pepper. Sorry. I get into it.
Yeah, you really do.
I get into it because I love
You
it.
probably lift to that, right?
Shit, I wish it's not on my playlist.
I'm put it in Dropbox.
Pop it on,
for you,
dude.
you know?
Pop it on.
Yeah.
Give it to that K-pop band.
It really
playing at
gets
Coachella.
you juiced.
It bangs, dude. It bangs. I also want to talk about the new Joaquin Phoenix movie. I couldn't figure out what his whole life sitch was. As you often can with fucking Joaquin Phoenix, right?
Sure.
So there was pictures of him looking like a 65-year-old man who is dying and just kind of giving up on life, but like out on the streets. And I was like, fuck, is that just his life now, or is he doing a movie?
You never know. That's why he's
that's
like
the thing. So pull up a picture of Joaquin Phoenix real quick. He's balding, gray hair, probably had 30, 40 pounds extra on him.
oh, really?
Just pop open an image. Yeah, and this was just out in the streets.
Unrecognizable.
Don't go to TMZ. Just go to Google.
Unrecognizable.
Just type in Joaquin Phoenix, balding, gray, dead, near death.
Balding, gray, dead.
Might die soon.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Okay. So this is the photo that was circulating the internet maybe 4 or 5 months ago. We'll pop this up full screen here. There you go. You see that?
We're getting bad.
That's fine.
There we go.
There you go. So this was going around, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is happening to Joaquin Phoenix?"
No, I would never assume that.
Hang on. He had just played the Joker, so he was super thin, and they were like, "Wow, what happened now? Is this your real life, and this is what you do?" Turns out this was actually for a movie about a guy who's like midlife, towards the end of his life, going through some violent thing. It's called Beau is Afraid, and it's the fucking craziest trailer I've ever seen. It's A24, who's the kind of the last of, well, they're the only ones making original movies left, but you know, you'll get 1-2 a year out of them, and that's it.
Right.
And I'm amped to see it, but dude, this guy just, I mean, however weird he is, dude, he's just fucking great.
He is the epitome of like, if you are talented, you can do whatever you want outside of that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know, he's been the weirdest person. He's been, you know, wouldn't go to award shows, dick, like whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It
Because
just
he's that
doesn't
fucking good. When you
matter.
guys see the trailer for this, it's gnarly, but that's what the look was for. And I was like, shit. All right. And now he's going to, drop 200 pounds to play the Joker again? Because they're shooting that right now. There was
He's
a picture
playing
of
Napoleon
Gaga.
too.
Well, that's done. So that's in the can.
Oh, that's done already.
Yeah, that's in the can. They're shooting the Joker movie now. They had a picture of Gaga on the other day as Harley Quinn. I'm in. It's a musical. But it's a musical, Japes.
Okay.
She's one of the best
I
singers.
think we're done with her like being
a real actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think musical, that's the lane she needs to be in. What was the movie
dramatic,
with B. Coops?
over the top.
Love the movie with B. Coops, but
Yes.
she was a singer in it,
She was playing herself, and B. Coops literally probably gave her line readings the entire time.
And that's fine.
And it's fine.
That'll get
and
the
it
job
worked,
done. Nobody will
and it
know.
worked.
In the edit, pop open that pic of her as Harley Quinn. And
I'm not finding. I'm finding like
fan ones.
Yeah, like
gotcha.
like hypothetical shit.
Okay.
I don't think this is. Yeah,
because they release. Oh, there it is. The one with the star under her eye and the red hair, third down there. That was the one that I saw. Yeah.
This.
Yeah. That was the one that I had seen, and you're in.
Oh,
You're
this
like,
is
all right.
generated by AI.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, you can easily see her as this, but how he's dropping fucking 100 pounds in between things is gnarly to me. But I guess it's down to him and Christian Bale now? That's kind of all we have left?
Yeah.
Because you and I were up the other night, and a new Christian Bale movie just popped up on Netflix.
I know.
No promotion, no nothing, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
But it's got what's her name?
Who?
Jillian.
Oh, Gillian Anderson, the tooth actor. She only acts with
She
the
only
the
does
teeth now.
denture work now.
Yeah. She only does.
She's playing the exact same. Yeah.
Teeth and them that
An
are out to
English
here.
overbite
Yeah.
is the only things I've seen her in.
Give my pussy a kiss.
Yeah.
And I will be, and it's very old. And you're like, oh God.
But that's kind of it. And then comedy-wise, they canceled Workaholics. I was so pissed off about that. I wanted to see the movie.
Okay, and that sucks, and that would have been cool, but even that isn't original content at this point.
No.
Right?
But if you can't get that made...
But they're just retreading. That's just retreading other old IP. It's not that old, but it's like it's a name people know. Like,
But they're beloved, and I love
great.
I love the show, and I thought the movie would have been fun. It's cheap. It's a workplace comedy. Those are cheap as shit. And then they were supposed to shoot it in 5 weeks. I got a bunch of DMs from listeners about it, and they were like, "What the fuck, bro?" And I'm like, "Here's the story." Homeboy came out and said that Paramount Plus called them and said this movie is no longer a part of their global strategy. It's a Taylor Sheridan network now, Paramount Plus. So like, if it's not T shares,
hey, look,
then they're not doing it over there.
Go for it.
Come on, guys.
So hopefully, hopefully, a Netflix picks it up.
Somebody else will.
I hope.
A Hulu.
5 weeks before production. I mean, they said everyone was hired, crew, cast, everything.
Yeah, someone else will get it.
Let's get excited for that 90s show.
No, I watched the trailer. Did you watch it?
Yeah, and a couple more.
Nope.
The return of Bob. Bob's back.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm not. It didn't crank up my boner enough.
I imagine Danny Masterson's on it.
They're being real hush hush about it.
He's back.
It'd be great if he was.
He's back.
Trial is over. It's a hung jury, and they just throw him right back in the show. Hey guys, that sucks. He would have been great in that show. You know.
Yeah.
The last one we'll close out with is old Ron Jeremy, innocent. He's an innocent man. He's an innocent man. We'll never know.
You know who? It's kind of like
never know
how Hitler couldn't stand trial.
Sure.
Must have been innocent.
Sure.
Yeah.
Innocent.
Yeah. Aaron Hernandez, those charges were dropped.
Innocent.
After he, well, we don't know the circumstances. I wasn't
Just
in the
saying,
vehicle that
what are
night.
we doing here? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So he was the first person in the history of celebrities ever. Because everybody tries, if you're remotely over the age of 60, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even like 58, they'll be like, oh, my client can't stand trial. This is dementia. They've got dementia. And it fucking worked. This is the only time I've ever seen this. And he has no money. So, like, this is like a bullshit prosecutor. So, like,
Right.
I mean, this is like who, they give you, where the court system just gives you, of like, oh, here's your attorney. Have fun, fuck.
Yeah.
And they did it. So, yeah, he's not physically able or mentally able to stand trial, and then he's got severe dementia. So, yeah, they're going to ship him
not
away
of
to some
sound
hospital.
mind or competent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what do they do in that type of sitch?
is he going to be in a hospital like?
One flew over the cuckoo's nest. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. What do you do then?
I don't
you
know.
can't just be like, all right, cool, well, see ya.
Dope. About to get my rape on
It
again.
may be like an insane whenever you're like plead insanity, something
It's
like
one of those
that.
hospitals like in Happy Gilmore, I think, like that retirement home.
No, but it has to be like they can't just be like, oh, you.
But I think there's
It
like
might
a living
be.
room.
Yeah, it
and,
might
like,
be,
You
yeah.
can, like, you
Yeah.
had to come to like 4 meetings a day, and everyone's watching. You can't leave the ground.
Might be.
Yeah.
But he's out of there. Ron John's out of there. So the women, I guess it was like 29 women who accused him of stuff. They were like, justice was not served. And I was like, well, for Ron Jeremy, I think justice is probably
Huge win for public defenders everywhere.
Yeah. You know what? Who else has a public defender? The Idaho murder guy.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, he probably wants to do his own trial, so he was amped about it, right?
I'm sure he's crazy enough to represent himself. Yeah.
I mean, that would have been great because he studied.
It could still, yeah. I don't know.
He studied.
Well, criminology, but
Whatever.
What if this was his whole master plan?
I know, to get off. Like,
he
that
had
was the
some
whole
kind.
thing.
He had some kind of master plan, but
Really?
We'll see.
What do you think it was? Because they tried to make that BTK connection the other day, and they called him in prison, and they asked him.
Yeah, because he was casing the house and stuff.
Yeah, and they said, I guess there was some rumor on Reddit or something where they were like, yeah, he contacted BTK before he did all this or afterwards or whatever, right? And that wasn't true. It wasn't true.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it would have been sweet, though.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you want to be a basketball player, obviously you watch, old tapes of Jordan and Kobe. Yes. And if you want to be a serial killer, you got to go to the best. Isn't he the top of your list? Who's the dude for you?
Yeah.
Is it Koresh?
He's the top of mine.
Okay. So BTK was the best to ever do it?
Koresh. Yeah.
Okay. Because Koresh fuck dudes or you're just not into it?
No, Koresh just wasn't fascinating. He wasn't like a serial killer.
Okay.
Koresh was a cult leader.
Yeah, which is still sweet. You love cults.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jim Jones is the best to ever do that shit.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I say Crystalia.
Oh, boy. Don't open that fucking can of worms, dude.
We watched it.
We already finished the show, bro.
We watched the doc on YouTube.
That's a Thursday show.
I mean, yeah, we'll go another hour. We'll talk about it Thursday.
It's a Patreon show.
Thursday on Patreon. There was some initials though,
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. There was some weird shit in that, man. Did you watch it, Giorgio?
I mean, I'd get a tat under my ear for him.
That's what we call a teaser for Thursday.
Teaser for Thursday. 1, 2, there was voicemails, so maybe we can play some of those. Why he was calling and leaving voicemails or talking to these girls afterwards, like, you're going to get recorded. You know that, right? They're going to fucking record it.
Tease.
Yeah, we'll tease it. Pop back in on Patreon on Thursday, Drinking Bros Podcast. All of our shows are on there, damn it. But in the meantime, the audio show is free. It's always free. It will probably always be free. Unless Spotify, well, even Spotify would be free at that point.
Yes.
If somebody backed up the truck and said, hey, come here, maybe, but, it wouldn't be behind a paywall at least.
No.
It'll always be free.
Yes.
So, if you're out there and you're like, man, how do I watch all the cool shit on Patreon? You can go to Drinking Bros Podcast on Patreon. Meantime, audio show is free. Crime Corner's being added. We'll drop some on Cirques on this feed as well. All we ask you to do is go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. We're almost at 2,000.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, so we can do this. Go. I think we're at 1865, which was also the year that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. So that means you can go and free what, Jesse? You can go and give us some free reviews. All right, both are free.
Just wondering what the
not going anywhere.
Connection was going to be. Yeah.
Spotify is just a 5-star, and then you can walk away and live your life. All right, we're not going to ask you for anything else after that. All right, just live your life after you do that. We appreciate you joining us. Drinking Bros is what time next? 2 o'clock.
2.
We have a guest.
We do.
We have a guest in the studio, yeah. And then we got a Zoom guest for sports.
That's right. We got sports this afternoon. Sports is free on YouTube. They don't fuck with that channel. It's Brian Urlacher. Urlacher's on today for NFL picks. Playoffs.
Is your 2 o'clock Patreon?
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, you've got a good one.
We do have a good one for Patreon. Yeah. It's always weird saying who it is. Like,
don't.
I won't.
But it's a good one.
Because in case they don't show up.
Especially with the stand-up.
Exactly. Wow. Way to ruin it. All right.
But
hey, but that could be. I mean, please.
I'm kidding.
Anyone.
Totally kidding.
Everyone's a comedian these days. Everyone thinks they're fuking funny these
2
days.
2 p.m. for them is like 8 a.m.
Yeah, right?
True.
I'll be like, do you guys have coffee? Yeah.
You have coffee. They're dying after last night. So pop in on that. So we'll be live on the old Patreon and then back on YouTube at 4 today for the NFL show. Fun slate of events over here. You look lovely. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolucion. Buenos tardes.
Good afternoon.